Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Week 4 matchup. It is the featured match of the week. Well, first featured match of the week. I am joined by I'm joined by Black Ninja. Black, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
And
This is gonna be a pretty good match.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Harmony Chaos versus Potatoes. Two teams I'm excited to see more of, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Fighting Potatoes support. 'Cause when I've been specking them, they've been pretty good on keeping the team healed up.
Yeah, keeping that team healed up, keeping the main tanks healed up as well. Ski-Free Yeti, good friend, everybody knows him. One of the most popular guys in the league on main tank tonight. How do you think his play will benefit this team if he plays well against this Harmony and Chaos roster?
If he plays well against them, it'll be pretty good. Because having a really good main tank is really important, especially if he's a Rein player. It's important to block those shatters and block damage.
It's vital, for sure, for sure. And we're going to get started on Horizon Lunar Colony, the best map in the game, as many have said. I wish we could play on this map every week, this map and like Anubis every week.
And a new Paris map,
The new Paris map. Oh, yes, more 2CP. But like we said, good luck to both teams, and let's get started. So we're going to see Potatoes on offense first on the attack. What kind of defense would you run in this scenario if this was your team?
If this was my team, defense, I would run Bastion and Orisa with a triple support.
Triple support. Getting right in with the Bastion. Let's see if they're going to do the same. Oh, I think they're going to be going with a... Close. I mean, the Bastion's basic. I mean, the Torb's almost Bastion, kind of.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Garbaggio on the Soldier 76. So this is a comp that they want to stay high ground as much as possible. And if you look at the other comp, the attacking team, Potatoes running, they got the Pharmacy ready. Hopefully that Soldier and the Turret will be able to take care of that, or they're going to be in for some trouble. Because I know Captain Wessels is a very good far out from what I've heard.
Yeah, they're running full dive, so it's going to be interesting how they're going to... Oh, gotta pause.
And we have Cav quit the game already.
Oh no.
5, 4.
Interesting. Well, I think the entire Overwatch tranquility just got debated by the commissioner. Massive debate. You guys thought we were playing Overwatch today? No.
It looks like it's a 5v6 now.
It is a 5v6 now. Cavalier has decided to go AWOL, creating his own new team as we speak.
Fish Sticks V2.
The Chaos in Harmony. So once this gets sorted out, we will be able to jump into the action wherever Cav is gone. I can't, get Cav suspended for this, knowing he is the commissioner, but hey. So let's go back to these comps they're running. What do you think? How do you think this offense is going to fare against this defense?
It's actually going to fare pretty well, because diving the Zarya to get her down immediately would be great help, and then immediately going over to the Soldier, so Pharah can have free reign over the air.
And let's see that happen today, as Cavalier is going to back to the Lucio spot, but he might be a little slow to get there. Let's see what this offense is going to do. Already getting some shots off in the middle here. Not too much going on. Oh, and Genji gets that turret down early. It looks like Torb's gonna have to build that turret up before they push this
It looks like
right choke here.
Pharah is just on the ground right now.
Oh, there goes Genji now. Here comes the dive.
Diving in.
Shadowfear gets taken out early. That's your main healer down. But Garbaggio picks up Ski-Free. That's huge. Let's see how this is gonna fare. They do have the Mercy with the res as he gets res, and we're going to move back to point now. Garbaggio takes out the Genji.
Oh, but he gets taken out.
Oh, and the Zarya super high charge already, taking out Ski. Let's see how this is gonna fare. They are moved to point now. They have moved to point now.
They need to get that Zarya down because she's maximum charge right now. If they don't deal with her, it's gonna be a bad push for them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're almost like Grav right now. They just about have Grav ready for this next fight, and the Mercy has an ult, but
The Mercy got out.
No, that's Mercy did get out. But let's look at this ult advantage going towards the defense right now. Cav already built up his Lucio ult, and they have a Grav ready. They almost have Torb Goo ready, and yeah.
Yeah, so they'll probably grab Torb Molten Core. They don't have any other combo for that.
Yeah, we'll see if Solitary Bird can eat the Torb too, if that is possible. But they're going to Mercy ult early here, and there goes putting the tanks from the supports.
And that's gonna have to be a reset for Potatoes.
Yeah, that's a Mercy ult wasted in my opinion. But you know, going back to the ult differentials, you can see that the attacking team, Potatoes, do almost have 5 ults available. So that's interesting to see how they're going to handle that.
Oh, here goes Soldier ult.
And Divas looks like he's
gonna D.Va right now.
Yep, trying to get that out of the mech. That's the 2-second delay change. D.Va can't eat the entirety of that ult anymore. I know she stops. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Oh, fat
big shatter now. Ooh, and they're all purple.
Grace gets a fat shatter, but he doesn't get any off of it.
And the defense is moving back to point after taking down 3 DPS already, or 2 DPS already. Let's see how they're going to handle this. Ski taking out Cav. Ooh, that's suspension.
Torb going after the back line. Not getting anything.
Oh, they do take out Wraiths though. This is interesting. Could they push this?
This is a...
Oh, never mind.
They're committing.
They commit the D.Va Bomb anyway. It does take out the turret, but that's just not all. And
Torb's gonna have ult soon, so this push will be nullified if he stays alive.
Oh, he sleeps him! And they're in the grab! Cavalier with picking up the double kill. That was a cute sleep by the Ana. Great. I don't know if you would commit the Zarya ult there, but I can see why they did it. But let's not fear the Shadow here, as Shadow here does have the Nano built up for this next fight. Who would you Nano in this? Would you Nano the Torb's ult?
I would Nano Soldier.
Nano Soldier?
Or Soldier Ryan.
Ooh, but Captain West gets taken out early, and he does have that far ult available, so this slows him down. With just 36 seconds remaining on the clock, can they even get a tick here?
Yeah, Ryan was going to be able to build Shatter in this next fight, so nanoing that Ryan would be a great help to keeping him alive, and he's fighting.
Oh, they are going to speed right now as Captain Weston gets switches off from the far ult, goes to a Reaper, and
that's a big pin on the Ryan. And it looks like they're just going to clean up the rest of the people.
They have 1 on point, 2 people on point right now, Baby D.Va and a Genji, but this fight looks to be just about over.
Yeah.
And that's all she wrote for this attack from the Fighting Potatoes. Not even be able to get the first tick, so now they have to play for a tie. If they had anything at all. I like what I saw from Harmony and Chaos there. What'd you think?
Yeah, they did. They pulled that defense off really well with the Torb, Brian. Worked out in favor of them. I thought it wasn't going to work out because the dive could have dove the Torb and turret and then went to the Soldier. Or not Soldier, Zarya.
Yeah, I agree. I think the rotations from the defense was really good. Notice how much they dropped down to point and played around point. They rallied together. And I think I would have switched to the Ryan Zarya combo after seeing such a weaker damage DPS coming from the Soldier and the Torb. Not as much, poke as a Ryan Zarya could have handled that. But
yeah, they could have switched to Goats because they didn't have that much damage. So Goats out heals all that, and they just rushed the point.
No, interesting that Captain Wessel switched off the far, had that far ult available, went Reaper, didn't really do anything with it. Would you have made that switch, or would you just stayed the far, even though of course
if I had far ult, I would have saved it and not made the switch because you can easily focus Soldier down, where then you can just ult them and not be worried about anything else.
So let's look at these comps going in. They do have the Sombra dive going in on the defensive side of things with a Mercy and a Lucio. On the defensive side, on the offensive side as Harmony and Chaos gets ready to try to take this first tick. What do you think about this defense they're running though?
Interesting support line got going.
Yeah, strange support line. I think it could be effective with the as long as those tanks manage to stay within the Moira's range, of course.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. Harmony and Chaos on the attack.
Sombra's going behind to get a shot.
Committing the dive. Oh, Wraith gets taken out almost immediately. Core with a big headshot. But Sombra's forcing their excursion.
Forcing to go
back to point. That's a smart move now. Cavalier now is well in. They have forced him back to the point. I think this is great from them. And now they
have them surrounded right now on point. And looks like they're pushing in.
Ooh, Garbaggio. And
Sombra gets hacked on Ryan.
Ski Free is low. They need to heal him up before it's too late. Oh, he gets taken out. Maddox and Garbaggio are popping off right now. They're killing everything. I think
That's how
both
we're
of them
cleaning them
came
up.
together. Yeah, I mean, wow.
Victory.
Harmony and Chaos. Not the same Harmony and Chaos from last season. This
Not at
is
all.
scary. This is scary to say the least. Those DPS just popped off there and gave him the win. And hey, it's Cord play of the game. And looks like Maxis is ready for a molten load, giving it all over the support line of the Fighting Potatoes. And you know, I think those potatoes may have been a little overcooked there. And let's see how. Wow. I didn't expect it to go that way. I didn't expect Lunar Horizon Colony to be that one-sided, but you know, Harmony Chaos came out swinging.
Yeah, I expected the potatoes to be able to push at least the first point
Yeah, I
to
mean,
get that ball rolling.
definitely. But you know, this is not over. I know it's 2CP lull and Horizon isn't everybody's favorite map. There's still a lot of this match up left. Potatoes, the last thing they need to do is get upset about that first loss. They can definitely come back in this. I don't think this one's over by the least.
Yeah, they had some good pushes on Horizon. They just could not finish them, but the next map they'll be even better.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what map we're gonna get started or go next with here, and we can see what kind of switches you would make. Would you sub in Mousy? I feel like Mousy would have been really effective for the DPS wise for the potatoes. She is such a great Junkrat, and it's such a close quarters first point. I think they really could have taken advantage of that, but instead they decided to go with two different DPS for that, and I just don't seem to agree with that, in my opinion.
Eichenwald, a good fair map, so probably keep Captain in.
Yeah, I do.
Might
think they
put
will.
Mousy in because Junkrat's a great on this first point and on
Yeah,
last
that's
point.
looks like that's what they're going to be doing here. They're going to be putting in Mousy for Shepvik. And Eichenwald, you know, it's a good goats map. Of course, every map's a good goats map. But Eichenwald could be interesting to see what Mousy could pull off, other than, you know, of course, her classic Junkrat. But I think she is a capable player on the Hanzo, the Ashe. I think that their projectiles are much better than she's credited for. So I'm interested to see what kind of comp they're going to roll out with on the potato side. So what do you think about this Harmony side? What do you think they're going to be up to?
I think they're gonna run goats.
Well, easy as that.
Knowing Gavaggio, I think you might want to run goats.
Yeah. Goats. I play for a team called Meta Rejects, and we run goats. But yeah, I think goats supremes all. But you never know with these two teams, both of them trying to make a name for themselves in this league as a stronger team than last year. Both these teams, not new teams for this year. Both teams are from last season, and neither team had a great season last year. I think that both teams understand, you know, where they've been, what the league thinks of their teams considered with last year. I think they both want to improve on that. So let's see who's hungrier to improve.
Yeah, the Potatoes didn't have a great season last year, but they did push for the playoffs, and they almost made the playoffs there.
Yeah, but you got to think about the players that are no longer on the Potatoes. You got to think of that great player, Fate,
true.
who's no longer part of the Potatoes. Let's see if they can have that same energy as they did late season last year. So you said you would run goats in a scenario like this on Eichenwald, no matter what?
I mean, yeah, goats, or if you have a good widow, you would do like double sniper for attack.
Yeah, for sure.
And defense, just 2C2 would be work or goats.
Yeah, I agree. And if you're Ski for your Yeti right now, you know everyone knows him as being the guy from the Iris. You know he's just the nicest guy in the world, honestly. But he is considered the shot caller for this team. How do you keep your team calm after having that weak performance on Lunar?
I would just tell him to forget about it. Just that map, like, yeah, we performed poorly, but if we just forget about it and have a new mindset, we can easily complete this map.
And there we go. So we're going to see Maxis and Garbaggio, one on Hanzo, the other on Soldier. Garbaggio played great on Soldier last time. No, he was on Tracer, excuse me. He is a hit scan specialist as well as a Tracer, so little Defran coming out of him. So let's see what, of course, Mowsy on the Junkrat. Just one of the best Junkrats in the world, in my opinion. One of the best Junkrats in the league. Not in the world, in the league. I apologize. You know, shout out to Jake Rat. But let's see
Yeah.
what's going to be handled going to the first choke.
It looks like Hanzo's on top, and they're diving the Hanzo right now, trying to get him down.
The Shadow Fear gets taken out early by the pharmacy. They hate to see that. And they're going to take advantage of that as Kiefer goes right in there. He runs right into Handy Fap.
Yeah, Garbaggio is
Res off.
currently focusing the Pharah, just take her out of the sky, but doesn't seem to be working because they got that pocket on Pharah. But they got the pocket down, so that Pharah is going to go down too.
The Pharah may have accidentally killed herself there. Hate to see it. And there still is this is anybody's fight right now. As Maxix takes out the core, big kill on the supports there. And Ski-Free taken out too. You know, needs a healing and he was able to pick it up there.
Back currently popping off on Hanzo.
Oh, but Solitary with a triple kill with D.Va. Huge. But Max is picking up a double. This is not over yet. This could be anybody's fight.
Oh, and the Pharah comes in, takes out Maxis.
Oh,
with the Mercy Red
still in.
Oh.
And Garbaggio. Oh, they get the excuse me, the Zarya ult up, and Zarya and Steve Buscemi and Garbaggio are just gonna clean this up. And okay, wow, that was interesting.
Don't know if I would have committed to the grab for that fight, because Potato's gonna come in with 5 ults.
But I'm interested to see how Mowsy's gonna use this Kyre in this upcoming fight. As Maxix uses the Hanzo, kind of splitting the team before they get to the choke. Don't know if that was something I would have done. But Maxix takes out Talio, the far in the sky, taken out early, and you know that's huge. So you're gonna need to back up just a little bit here. So wait for that far to get back. Also pretty huge. And let's see how Handy Fap handles this Rhine Shatter situation. Oh, he blocks the Shatter with Ski-Free.
But he wins the Rhine 1v1.
Ooh, Handy Fap cleaning up. I think did they nano the Mercy there? Interesting tactic. I don't know if it's something I would have done myself, but hey, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off.
If it works, it works.
So let's look at the ult differentials here. 5 ults coming out of Fighting Potatoes here. Do you think if they plan it right, it'll be handled well?
Yeah, so they've managed ults right. That's 2 so far. They should be able to win this fight.
Let's see. Hanzo ult coming out there.
Here comes Kyre.
Oh. Big Bomb takes out Steve. And Handy Fap now with getting Ski-Free down. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough.
Like
a minute remaining on the clock. They take first point.
Stop the payload.
It wasn't pretty, but they got the job done. Garbaggio is still alive in the backfield. Run, Garbaggio, run!
I would just jump off the edge or die here, just to get back with your team.
Oh, but we know Garbaggio. He has a never give up mentality. Let's see how he's going to solid snake this and try to assassinate the supports in the backline. I think that's his plan right now. Is the only thing he can hope for. Maybe getting Mowsy on the pick. Oh, and he reveals his location already. Snake, you've been spotted. Gotta get out of there, Garbaggio. Still running. Oh, back to the spot again.
So it's currently a 5v6 now on cart.
Let's go back to the action here as Garbaggio tries to sneak his way past, you know. Interesting to say the least. But they're unable to contest it already halfway through second point, and they're just waiting for a 6v6 fight, but they can't. Garbaggio actually ends up demecking the D.Va though.
They currently have double hit scan for this Pharah. Take care of her.
Oh, big shatter by Ski-Free Yeti. Takes up. Knocks out 3. Oh, but Garbaggio and Bob cleaning it up here. Handy Fap takes out Ski. And that's a lot of ults used on the, honestly, on both sides. But you look at the attacking side, nothing. They have a Mercy ult coming, and that's it. And then, you know, they have 2, if you look at the defense, they have Nano, they have 2 tank ults ready, so it is going to be a hard one to win if you are the Fighting Potatoes.
Yeah, but they're going to have Mercy ult to Valk the grab, but then Kyre to counteract the grab after attack.
But the core gets taken out early. That's your only ult you got right now in this spawn,
I would regroup and wait for her to respawn.
I agree. But look at Talio now. Maybe he could go for a C9 or something. He's kind of just waiting around. No, I don't think he's going to commit to it. Though I would. There's no one on cart right now. I would just get on that cart. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's going to the cart.
He's committing to it.
He's going for the C9. No, what are you doing? You're giving away your position. Ah.
That's not how you see. Oh.
That's not a C9. Come on, man. But, you know, regardless, they are getting pushed back. Both tank ults committed. Not really how you wanted to see it happen, as neither worked out in the end as big as you wish they were.
They also use both support ults at the same time there. So they
Steve
have
Buscemi
no
gets taken up by Mowzy, Garbaggio taken up by Talio, and McCord does get reses off Steve Free. But this Garbaggio ult could be massive. A solitary bird's taken out of mech. But, you know, Ski Free Yeti still getting hit in the back, but, you know, holding up that shield for his team regardless. And I think this is a win for the defense, but if you look at the offense, I'm not too upset with that push. You pushed it a bit further, but you can actually, wait, hold up now. Maybe this fight isn't over. Mowzy currently won, taken out by Maxix. The Solitary Bird takes out Maxis. Race is going to get the res off. Yep. Okay, now that fight's definitely over, but you know, I'd be happy with that push. It wasn't too bad. Let's see if they have anything left in them. Maybe be able to pull this one off.
Oh, they got the Genji at the last second there.
I hate to see that. Ski Free. Let's watch Ski Free here. See how he's going to be able to use this Shatter to maybe pull this one off for his team, as his whole team's basically dead behind him and the Shatter gets blocked. So, not looking too good if you're Ski Free Yeti, as Maxix just takes out the entirety of the team there. Now it's up to Mowzy just to hold it off and get solo shattered. And Genji gets taken out by Handyfab as well. Handyfab having a great game right now, and that's all she wrote for this attack by the Fighting Potatoes.
Yeah. Max is at the end. Clutched that out with that, I think a 4K with Bob.
Yeah, I think it was. And let's see how Harmony and Chaos is going to come back on them here. Try to pull off a 2-0 lead. But, you know, like I said, if you're Fighting Potatoes, I'm not too upset with that push. That was a decent push. Got it fairly through halfway through second point. You know, got that choke ability. They have a lot of chokes they could work with here, so I'd go with a lot of spammy things. And, you know, you got Mowzy here, who plays the character that's perfect at spam, so I think I'd be pretty happy right now if I was in the Fighting Potatoes position.
Yeah, I'll be running Mei Junk for this first point. The wall off that Rhine so they don't get the push in. No Mei, but they do have Junk.
Yep. Interesting. And then they got the Talio and the McCree to possibly handle this pharmacy. Handyfab staying on the Rhine, Steve Buscemi on the Zarya. You know, these two tanks are having a great game. You know, Steve Buscemi building up that grab so fast on Lunar. And didn't quite see how fast Steve was pulling off this round, but I'm sure quite quickly with that Junkrat there.
Yeah, that Junkrat definitely helps Zarya build up that energy.
And let's see how this is handled. They clearly see the Junkrat trap here.
Yep. It doesn't activate with
that
shields.
didn't work exactly how they planned it, but hey. Handyfab now leading the charge. Sorry, already using a friendly bubble before they get to the choke. I don't know about that, as they're already melting that Rhine shield. Shadow Fear get taken out early by Mowzy. That's your main support gone. You're gonna have to push back. I don't know if they'll commit to this push as well. Steve Buscemi gets taken out by Ski Free Yeti.
That junk spam is hurting them a lot.
I agree, but the pharmacy's still harassing in the background. Takes out Captain Wessels. They need to handle this with their McCree right now. Let's see how McCree's handling this scenario.
They got the mercy down from the pharmacy, so Farrah's just stranded in the back.
And there she is right now. Let's see how she's being handled. She's currently low health, trying to get out of there, and taken down by Captain Wessels. Hey. It works, it works. Handyfab taken out early by Ski Free, as well as the core taking out Shadow Fear. Steve Buscemi does get the DMAC on Solitary Bird, and Garbaggio does take out Mowzy. But I think this fight is over for the attacking team. I'm down for attacking, Harmony and Chaos.
They're gonna have a Junk, looks like Junk's coming up on this tire, along with High Noon from the Kree.
Yeah, I agree. I think the ult advantage is somewhat even right now. You see one support ult, or excuse me, maybe not actually. I think the defense is going to have 5 ults online, and the offense is only going to have 4 ults online.
The defense is going to have 6 ults online soon.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The double support ult, which
was
a questionable decision.
It's a questionable McCree ult, didn't see much out of it. Maxis takes it out. Oh, but Ski takes out 2 there, and he's going to get 2 off the cliff. Well, Ski Free, you made your own show. Congratulations. As that was a triple, but they are taking the point, C9ing the point.
Will it be enough?
Oh, never mind, they're all dead, so I guess not much of a C9.
Oh, this
Now see, last ditch effort, doesn't get anything out of it, and is going to be forced to regroup. That was solid. That was a questionable, that was a solid play by Ski Free, but, cool when you turn around and your whole team's dead, there's not much you can really do about it, but, like I said, questionable ult from Mowzy here, as they are going to the choke. That tire could be very, very beneficial to them, seeing as they have no support ults, but interesting to see. Let's see what Steve Buscemi is going to be, or excuse me, Maxis is going to be doing with this far ult offensively.
I think he's waiting for the grab. Maybe he's going to ult.
Taliyah takes out. Yeah, they get red to it. Oh, but Taliyah takes out Mercy as well. Oh, Solitary Bird takes out Handicap during his shatter, and that's a questionable decision there. Committed.
Looks like they're winning the fights though, so.
Yeah, it's strange to see. They're not really prioritizing targets as much as you like to see. When they have picks, they seem to just lose anyway in this scenario. Maxis kicks at Mowzy in the core with her barrage, and this is all kill feed going from going to Harmony and Chaos right now. As they're going to try to roll all the way to this final area. What would you do here in this scenario? I think the core needs to get that that ult and just stall.
I would go stall.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Get there as fast as I could. Huge grab to keep him up.
takes out 3. Knocks down 3. Oh, but the point, they gotta stay on that point.
Ooh, knocks off 2.
Oh, he gets 2. And I think this fight might just be. Oh, Mercy with the double headshot. Mercy's popping off. I think Mercy may have just won that fight for them, but
yeah, that Mercy definitely won that fight with that double kill.
Well, that was an interesting end to say the least. 2-0. Excuse me. 2-0 so far for the Harmony and Chaos as they take Lunar Colony as well as Eichenwald, and we're gonna go into the halftime coming up. So before we do that, let's see this amazing triple boop as Garbaggio, Shadowfear, and Race get a full view of Eichenwald starting from the bottom.
Epic. Just getting started.
That was interesting, but Maxix 35 Elam's had a great outing so far, especially in that Pharah. So we're going to be taking a 10-minute break. It is currently 9:04, so we will see you roughly around 10:04, 10:05 region. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like you said, Harmony and Chaos up 2-0 against Fighting Potatoes. All right.
нас. Опа, пидорас, рушит город мой хардбас. Пиво, семки и на бас, весь район боится нас. Опа, пидорас, рушит город мой хардбас. Пиво, семки и на бас, весь район боится нас.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this featured match for the Overwatch Tranquility League. We have Harmony and Chaos taking on Fighting Potatoes. Harmony and Chaos already up 2-0. We played already Lunar Colony and Eichenwald. Eichenwald was a 2-1 victory, and Lunar Horizon was a 1-0 victory, I believe you'd call that. It was a first tick wins, basically, from the Harmony and Chaos. So let's see how these things are going to pan out. We have 2 maps left in the rotation, but we are going to start with Oasis. So, what do you think, Black Ninja? What do you think about Oasis as a whole for a starting point of this map? I don't think he has returned yet. I think he's just.
My mic is. My bad.
Welcome back.
Yeah. As a whole, this map is an okay map. I personally did not like this map when it came out, but it's a great Pharah map for both their Pharahs to play Pharah v Pharah on.
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
the first point.
Well, this is one of my favorite maps of the 3. Here, you got it's just a nice variety. You could take the fight, especially when you have the point and in the defense. You kind of dictate where the fight starts. I like to start the fight inside. As a tank player, I like to just get right in their face, and this is just a nice area inside on either side, regardless of taking the fight. So I think this map goes to whoever essentially takes point first. Is usually how this goes, but I've been wrong before. Let's see how this is going to play out. And as Garbaggio just said, let's get ready to rumble.
Looks like they are going to have Pharah Mercy out on the Harmony of Chaos.
Yeah, yep. And as well as Garbaggio on that Tracer. Proven to be pretty scary. Proven to be pretty scary from on Horizon Lunar Colony. But, you know, with these dive DPS, you don't see dive tanks go with it. You see the Ryan Zarya slower takes than usual without a Lucio having the on there instead. Interesting decision. So let's look at the Fighting Potatoes as we get started. They are running the classic dive, except with the Junkrat instead of a Tracer here. And Captain Wessels on the Zen and Sneaky Kin on the Mercy. Interesting. Healing, not the healing I would go with on the dive comp, but we'll see how it's going to handle. Oh, Skiffrey already taking some shots early. He's knowing he's needing that healing off. Slow push, but he dives in with the Genji.
Garbaggio's diving the back line, gets Mercy down.
And that's all she wrote, I think. You know, once the Mercy gets down, there's not enough heals. The Zen can't do enough to heal all that damage that they're putting out, especially that Pharah. And Handyfat cleaned it up, as this first point is going to go to Harmony and Chaos so far.
I am on fire.
See if they change the comp up anywhere. They do get off the Zen, go on it. They understand, you know, they need more healing from that scenario with the Zen just not going to be able to work there. And Skiffrey leading charge. We'll see how he handles this.
So they are going on the inside, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to do close quarters with Grind.
And you know, Junkrat wins these close quarter fights in my opinion, as long as they play it well. But they do have that Tracer lurking in behind, as well as the far spot shots. Oh, the Handyfat doesn't have that shatter early. Let's see how he's going to handle it. Already melting Skiffrey's shield. Skiffrey's playing pretty aggressive at low health here. And he uses, I think the red's coming out. The Shatter's coming up pretty soon here. Ooh, Maxis goes with the far ult, takes out two. And Steve Buscemi kills Talio, and I think this fight is just about over. I think Solitaire needs to get out of there. Oh, this might be a stall here.
Might stagger the Stiva. Or not.
Garbaggio gives her a fair death. Garbaggio, you nice man. Already, ooh. Uses the ult there on the Rhine. Not really what I would do, and Garbaggio pays for it with a flame strike to the face, as tickles Rhine with that ult. Let's see what ults are coming up here.
Coming in with 5 ults.
Oh, Max is taking out early. This could be huge. And let's see how this really works out.
Handyfab gets the nano. Charges, gets 1, gets 2.
This fight looks
might not be enough.
In the way of Fighting Potatoes, in my opinion, so far here, as they do have hand healers, so I believe. Do they? It's hard to see with all that action going on. No, I don't think they have any. Nobody has healers here. Moral committed. Strange. I think they're just going to try to remake and get back in the action. As Salio gets nanoed by the Ana. Takes out Handyfat. Ooh. Salio takes out another, takes out the Mercy.
They committed all their ults to that.
Interesting. Ooh, big purple there. As Steve Buscemi and Shadowfear take it out. Garbaggio is cleaning up now. Trying to solve
this fight is going back and forth, both teams, in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, for sure. You can't really predict who's going to win this one. It's so methodical and you go either way right now. Garbaggio demacking Solitary, that could be huge.
Handyfab is coming up on Shatter. Handyfab does have Shatter, so watch out for that.
But Steve Buscemi takes out 2, Sneaky Kid and Solitary taking out early, and let's see what's going to happen here. Skiffrey does have a, is almost at ult. Can he possibly get it and win this fight for them? Nope, doesn't look like that's going to be the case. As Max is still behind, and that's going to be all she wrote. Interesting. Harmony Chaos, you know, handled that pretty well, but Fighting Potatoes had some length for a little bit there.
Yeah, they came in with 2 ults with they bladed with Genji, and then there was another ult in there. And then
the Riptire, yeah.
And then Ana came back, and then Nano did Genji after he bladed, which was a very questionable decision where he could have saved Nano for the next fight.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading the chat earlier, and I saw someone say, "Is it Harmony and Chaos playing really well, or is it Potatoes not playing together?" That's my question. It feels like the synergy is just not really going too well with the Fighting Potatoes roster right now. So it's interesting to see how they might try to pull this one out, but I'm not too impressed with Fighting Potatoes when it comes so far to the synergy. I'd like to see Skiffrey pull them together here, and you know, they have a chance to reverse sweep this, really, if they just pull together. As it's like Titan Tails are going to take the high ground. Maxic's already trying to get some pressure going, already at 15% charge, or excuse me, 2 ult. And Maxix takes out Sneaky Kitten early. That's their speed taken out, so Skiffy's got to be careful about where he goes next. As he dives right in there and surrounded by the Ana, the Garbaggio, and ooh, Handyfab gets sleep. Nice sleep there, but Garbaggio.
First he gets the res off on the Pharah.
What do you think is causing these fights to be lost for Raiders?
Personally, I watched McCree go focus the Pharah on his own, leaving it being a 5v6 or 5v6. The Pharah wasn't focusing the McCree, so it was basically a lost match from the beginning because McCree wasn't playing with the team.
Yeah. Is that a stick? Oh, almost. Garbaggio tried to pull off a play of the week against them right there, but it didn't work out. But you know, I just think that the DPS is getting beaten. Garbaggio is kind of having a field day on the backline. Not enough peel going on from the supports or from the tanks. Handyfab taken out early by Talio, and McCree to build some space. Takes out 2. Garbaggio and Max is taken out, but they're not preventing the Mercy res. And here comes Ryan in the backline now, trying to clean things up. Huge sleep again, and he's taken out early, and Mercy's gonna pay the solid price there.
Got this point.
You know, I've seen crazier things, but
yeah.
I think they just might have this point.
I think they've actually secured this point.
Oh, here comes Garbaggio. Maybe we spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Oh no, they managed to
got it.
Point. There they go. So let's look at the ult differential right now. Handyfab already 87% to a shatter. Skiffy already has a shatter. Sibushimi has that play available with his grab. That could be huge because they have no defensive ult to negate it. So this could be all up to the off tank here. See how this fight goes. Let's see how Sibushimi decides to play this.
Both Ryans are looking for shatter right now.
2 behind, but Mousy takes it out. Big block from
Handyfab blocked the shatter from Skiffrey.
Oh, but Skiffrey Nano takes him out anyway. Takes out 2. I don't know if that was you needed to commit so many ults to that fight. I think that that D-Vault was a bit questionable. And I think that might come back to bite him as the ult differential now. Looking at it. I mean, what they have a Riptire. Unless that Riptire proves to be huge, I think that this next fight could go in the way of Harmony and Chaos. If they play their cards right.
Yeah, Handyfab has to look for a big shatter for this fight, or...
Oh, but he slept again. Shadow Fear. Getting crazy sleeps on this Rhine. Almost the entirety of the match.
Looks like
Mousy's taking out
to Ash, Pharah.
Yeah, Garbaggio takes out Mousy, their only offensive ult other than the McCree, which is being used right now and doesn't seem to be able to get anything. And this could be spell of the end for the for the Fighting Potatoes.
Massive fire strike from Handyfab, getting 2 at the end of that in the grab.
And you know, Handyfab still has his Shatter. Garbaggio almost has a Tracer ult, and Mousy. Ooh, Mousy is the only offensive ult they have right now, taken out early. Hate to see it, but Skiffy does have 82% to the Shatter, so maybe he could pull out a hero play as Garbaggio misses the Tracer ult again, trying to pull off some backline. And look at this, look at the backline. I mean, Captain Wessels is taken out by the Tracer. There's not enough peel going on for the potatoes, from the potatoes. Like, if you use that as a joke, I guess, peeling potatoes. Anyway, I don't think that the peel is just going enough, because, you know, the supports are not staying alive to heal Skiffy, and Skiffy needs to be pocketed right now if they're going to win this fight.
Yeah, they gotta take care of this Tracer, or they're just not gonna be able to get this point back. He's just messing up their supports.
And I think this one might be over as Sneaky Kitten's taken out before getting to make an impact as a possible stall of Retro. And Solitary Bird and Captain Wessels are the only ones left. Handyfab takes out Captain Wessels, and Solitary Bird is Z-Max by Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi takes out Solitary Bird. I think this might be the end. It looks like it will be. Huge pin.
Get that Genji off point. That's
Harmony
it.
Chaos 3-0 so far, going into the 4th map. But Harmony Chaos takes the win in week 4 over the Fighting Potatoes. And yeah, I mean, literally, you could title this match either Harmony and Chaos is playing out of their mind, or Fighting Potatoes. There's something wrong in the with the potatoes.
Yeah, I noticed something wasn't clicking between them today, because they did get 70% on the point, but then that's when they pushed together.
Yeah.
And then when they never push together, they just never clicked.
I mean, not to mention they have the talent to get it done. Maybe, gosh, something just didn't click. I don't know if it was I think it may have been the ult usage, perhaps. The ult economy wasn't great, but yeah, something didn't click for them. But let's not give too much away from Harmony and Chaos. They played great so far. Handicap is looking like a top tank in the league right now. I mean, he's popping off, and then Garbaggio just coming out of nowhere with the Tracer, just nutty going off, and Maxis with that Pharah getting just every single ult seems to be getting 2 or 3 at least. So honestly, well played by Harmony and Chaos. But we are going on to our 4th map now, which I believe is Lijiang. No, it's not Lijiang. It's a 4th map. Gibraltar, that's what it was. I couldn't think of the name. Gibraltar, and this is a dive-oriented map. And Ski for Yeti, I don't know too much about his Winston. I know his Rhinus Pog, but not too sure about his Winston, so I'm excited to see how they handle this.
I'm excited to see some Widow.
Yeah, for sure. As our Lord and Savior Cav gets brought back in here, they're going to be subbing in and out Cav for Shadow, and I'm excited to see it. So if you were in the position Ski Free Yeti is right now, and I know Sneaky Kitten's being the team captain as well, what are you two thinking in this position? You know, you're down 0-3, the game's over, but you know, every map counts in this league. You need to get every map win you can. How important do you think they're stressing the issue of not breaking down and coming together for this final map?
Very important. Because if they break down, they will. It's tough to say, but they won't win. If they break down and they tilt, so to speak, they won't play together.
Defeated. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things you hate to see because you know Ski for Yeti he's a good guy. You know, you see his Iris podcast, so like you know that he likes to credit other teams, but I have to give credit right now to him for you know, trying to pull together. He had a great Ryan on Eichenwald, but just around him everyone's dying, and that's not really anyone's fault per se, but it's just the way Garbaggio's Tracer was so annoying in the backline. The peel wasn't there in time. It's just full circle. Everyone it didn't work out for them, and Harmony Chaos took advantage of a roster that I think is still in the process of learning, and Cavalier I know is making sure that they know that they're good, honestly, because you know, you got to hype your team up when they're 3-0. You can't let them get off the pedal here for sure.
Yeah, just because you won the series doesn't mean you need to stop and lose this map, because every map counts.
So let's see how Watchpoint Gibraltar is going to go. There were some substitutions in here. Like I said, Cavalier for Shadowfear. And, you know, Shadowfear having a great game as well. But I'm excited to see Cavalier come in. And I want to see some Widow be played. I know Garbaggio has been popping off on the Tracer, and that's primarily what Garbaggio's been playing other than the Soldier. But I want to see some Widow.
The Widow on this map is really good, especially the first point. If you can hold that, the Widow has all that high ground to play with.
Initiating match.
And we're going to be seeing Fighting Potatoes on the offense so far. Let's see how much life they have left in them. I think they just really need to rally together. If anything, you know, the game's over. You guys have lost 3-0. You're not going to win this one, but the only way you're truly defeated is if you come out of this with a losing mentality. And you can't do that to yourselves. It's a long season. You got to go, okay, we got 4-0 or 3-1 this week, you know, whatever. But what are we going to do next week to make sure that doesn't happen again? And speaking from experience, who have been 0-4 before by Havoc, shout out to Nerdables and all that. You can't let your roster just be hurt by that. You have to come up stronger the week after that, and you can't be defeated by it.
Yeah, especially since you have other games to play too, not just this one.
Yeah, for sure. So let's take a look at these comps before we get started with 14 seconds remaining. It looks like it's going to be a dive comp, except with the Reaper, interesting, coming from the offense side. I like the Reaper here to probably negate Steve Buscemi on the Monkey and playing as aggressive as they want, as well as Sneaky Kitten and Core on the supports, Ana and Mercy. Interesting to say the least, to see what they're going to do. But Cavalier and Mercy excuse me, Cavalier on the Lucio and Race on the Mercy. Less healing than you'd like to see in a dive comp. So interesting to see what the plan.
Yeah, I expect that Mercy would go Ana.
Yeah, for sure.
Better healing for all the dives.
I think their mindset was like, oh, the Mercy can get up to high ground. And as a big fire is hit, excuse me, big dynamite hit by Maxis already at almost 40%, over 50% now to Bob.
They initiate dive on them. They missed. They're backing up the cart.
Well, it looked like it was just a bit of a poke and ooh, Garbaggio. Like I said, the backline just not getting supported as they need to. It's rough to say, rough to see. Sibashimi taking out to Leo and D-Mech and Pick. As Andy Fat takes out Ski Free and Sibashimi takes out the Baby Diva.
Missed his pulse ball on the Reaper.
Yeah, just cleans it up.
Quickly coming up on Monkey ult.
Yep, and let's look at the ults differential. I mean, Sibashimi almost has Monkey ult, and Fat almost has Diva Bomb. You know, there's about 4 ults coming out of the defensive side from Harmony Chaos here, and not really anything coming out of Fighting Potatoes. But they are pushing the cart slightly here, and it looks like the dive tanks are going to negate that push. As Captain Multiple Whistles is playing pretty aggressive, takes out Steve Buscemi. That's an important pick. Oh, but this bomb could be big. It is, takes out Core, as well as Max Bob takes out Free.
Looks like Garbaggio just cleaning up the rest.
Yeah, Garbaggio's taking out the Garbaggio as cleans up the Baby Diva and the rest of the support line, and you know.
And then they get the res off on the Ashe.
How do you stop this Tracer in your backline right now? I mean, I see they're switching to like the Brig and the Creed, just think it can use character-wise, but how's the in-game mentality got to change to stopping this backline?
They could go triple support to just always keep everyone healed up, and especially with the Brig.
Oh, but look at this, the cart's moving. The cart's moving. They got 2 people on the cart right now. That fight is still going.
Right, C9 though.
Come on, let's see it. Oh no, Garbaggio caught on. Hey. Oh, it's still going. The cart's still moving. Oh, almost got there. That would have been nice. But that's actually huge because now the fight's not really as high ground anymore. It's moved back to the point. And,
yeah, it's not stuck under that little overpass where it's really hard to push it.
Let's see how the attacking team's gonna handle this. Possibly a big bomb here. Takes out Race. That's your main support down. Now just need to take out Cavalier as well as Garbaggio and Steve in the background. Cav is down. Interesting.
Briggs ult.
Didn't get what he wanted out of it, but ended up did pierce his main freaking Kittens right now, going off with that Brig, absorbing a bunch of damage.
So Leo popping off, getting a 3K on there.
Oof.
Clear the point.
Let's see how they cure this point. Cavalier is gonna touch? No. That 2-man push early on proved the deciding factor in that push, in my opinion.
Yeah, first point. They just got it out under from the difficult part and was handling from there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was exactly planned or not. Well played. As the dive tanks are going to be pushing inside a spaceship right now. As Talio commits ult blade here, takes out Cav. And D-Mex the Diva as well. Talio basically picking up, picking up a 2K here. See how this is going to handle. Max is taking out Skeet for Yeti though. The point continues to move. Just like it did on first point. Something's interesting going on here. The point's moving and the fight's underneath.
Okay, you got Bob on point to stop 9 from happening. And they dove on point to help out Bob. Got Skifu ready, using the Primal Raid to knock everyone off point.
And let's see how this fight's gonna hand up. Maxis takes out Ski for Yeti, but Cora revives him, brings him back into the fight. And this could be a big... Oh, it's huge!
Oh,
Guys, that was 3K.
Big high noon.
Huge high noon there. Handicap now just D-Mexed and
They don't take care of this Ashe on high ground. Okay, never mind. Ashe should just jump off high ground.
Hey.
And looks like they're a secure point.
That was a questionable blade in my opinion. Cavalier tried to solve it in the last moment, doesn't get there. I mean, you got a triple kill and then you side the blade. I'm not sure. And that's been a consistent issue from the Fighting Potatoes so far. Is just these ult usage has not been up to par where you need to be in this league if you want to be a successful team. There's just a lot of wasted ults, and see if they get punished for it.
Here comes Bob coming into stall point for them so they can dive on. Ash gets high ground and a big dynamite from her. He needs two.
There's no stopping me once I get into it.
Looks like they stopped Cart finally.
And there you go. And just like that, but they do have the close spawn, which will be playing, of course, in favor of Fighting Potatoes. So let's see how aggressive this Tracer is going to play here.
Potatoes are coming up on 2 more ults to have 4 ults against the 3 ults that Harmony of Chaos has.
Now do you keep running the dive tanks here, or do you switch to a Rein Zarya?
I'll switch to Rein Zarya now because they don't really have anyone high ground besides Ashe, which is fine because you can have Genji and dash out there and take out the Ashe.
Yeah, I agree. I think that them not switching to dive is hurting them more than helping, especially with that, you know, of course the Tracer still in the backline causing all kinds of problems. If you have the Rein Zarya, at least the Tracer will have to be cautious of the Reinhardt being supposed to him take that damage. Because, you know, when you're playing a situational team like this, and it comes through this Tracer just popping off, your supports need to stay close to the Reinhardt if you are running one. And the Tracers basically can't do very much.
Big
Oh! But that's not the case. It's Garbage picks up, she's taking a sneaky kins of Leo. Core reses sneaky kins, but the damage is already done as this backline has just continued to be just destroyed by Garbaggio. With just under a minute left as this D.Va bomb is being launched, this could be interesting here. Kind of creating some reinforcing them back, and see how this benefits. Max is still uncontested at the top, just popping off. And about has another Bob available. Max picks up 3 that fight, possibly 4 if they can ski free. Yeah, that's 4 kills for Maxis on that fight, and this is not what you want to see if you are the Fighting Potatoes fan. You need to see them just go back, switch it up. Clearly, someone needs to get on that Maxis because he's going insane right now.
Yeah, Maxis is uncontested right now, and he has pre-reign over all the heads to click on.
Yeah, he's clicking heads. As he launches the bomb in the backline, picks up another big fire here.
Here comes Blade, take out Ashe. But he gets spooked away at the last moment.
And the bomb takes out Ski Free. Reef Roll does take out Race, but it's not enough to do anything really. Handicap takes a Ski Kid, but the core does get Ski Free Yeti. They do a spawn advantage here, so this is a possible win for Fighting Potatoes, but not.
That beat
sure that's getting pulled out. Yeah.
The Ashe. Ashe is back on high ground to take out the force.
This is, yeah, like I said, the spawn advantages might be too much for Harmony Chaos to handle. I think that there's just going to keep coming and coming and coming until the fight is won. Yet, then again, the fight just keeps going back and forth. That's what we've been seeing all night. Back and forth, back and forth. You're not really sure who's going to win right now. Captain Wessels, that's the second Reaper ult of this fight, and takes out Cav.
Kibushemi uses Power Ray.
And this is possibly a big D.Va bomb to get them a point. Oh, Handy Fat takes out Core and Ski Free Yeti. And here comes the cleanup. I think the one might be over now. Yeah, I think that might be all she wrote. All that's left is a hog who's not even able to touch point. And that is it. Huge D.Va bomb to set that whole domino effect up as they're just taken out.
Score 0-2.
And Harmony keeps on coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Initiating
As just keeping the foot on the gas.
And I never let go of that point.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, you know, and if I was in a situation, I'd be like, all right, they have spawn advantage, let's back up a little bit, give them a little bit of room, then recontest. But they just kept going. They just kept going and going and going, and it proved worthwhile. That wasn't a bad push, though, you know, from the Potatoes.
Yeah, they got 2 ticks.
2 ticks?
Yeah, 2 ticks, 2 points.
Yeah, 2 ticks, baby. Here.
ready for battle.
Interesting to say. Look at this. Look at this comp we got going from the defensive side. T3 and Shevvik are playing. Excuse me, Ryan Zarya as well as Captain Wessels on the Widow. Garbaggio on the Widow. Ooh, a Widow battle. Let's see how that's gonna work out. But interesting. There's not really dive defense as much as you'd like to see on this first point of Gibraltar.
Yeah, it looks like he's going half dive, half hit scan.
I don't know if that's gonna be enough support coming out of the potatoes here, as they have a Mercy and a Brig. I think the Brig could do good AoE healing, but I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if that's gonna be enough
3,
for the dive.
1.
I think the dive's gonna handle that pretty well. And let's see what's gonna happen.
Stop the payload.
And Fab already taking high ground, working on that Rhine shield. As Steve Buscemi pushes the tries
Dive
to
comes in and they get pushed off at
out.
I need healing.
Rhine uses his charge. Maxix taking out Captain Wessels already. That's a Widow down. As Handyfab takes high ground, and I think this is the point where look how split this Fighting Potatoes are right now. They're not. They aren't together where they need to be at all, and that could be trouble for them. They're just getting melted.
They needed to drop sooner to be able to stick together. Where some people drop in front of cart, some people drop behind it, and that would just split them up.
Oh, and looks like they're switching 2 dive tanks, still keeping that weaker, lesser heal with the Mercy and the Brig. So let's see how this is handled. They are going to try to fight off this first point as Maxis takes out to Leo early in the fight, and Shevvik trying to work on Steve Buscemi. Doesn't even manage to take him down, I don't think, as he gets being mech'd. Steve Buscemi's going nuts on this monkey right now, killing I think 3 this fight already. Call it 4 now. Yeah. This could be trouble. This could be trouble if they don't stop this, stop the bleeding here. That's a huge stagger coming from Steve Buscemi on the core. Mercy unable to get out as well. I don't know if this, Cab Wessel unable to get out as well. Shevvik needs to just get out of there, and he does. They need to come together and try to retest at least his choke.
Yeah, Harmony Chaos now has walls, so they know where everyone is at all times, to make it a lot easier to push.
They bob their spawn, kind of a disrespect to them a little bit. Maybe a little toxicity. Cab get on. Oh wait, Cab's on that team. Oh well. Let's see how Corey's gonna handle this pressure. Still being the only primary healer with a.
They currently are not pushing cart.
Interesting.
Now they get back on cart pushing.
What do you do to stop the bleeding here if you're fighting potatoes? I mean, you're just getting melted right now from every fight.
I would not go dive.
Yeah.
I would have a strong tank line, a very solid tank line we can push in. Possibly goats.
Yeah, though we haven't seen any goats tonight, believe it or not. So, thank you for that from both teams for making this a little more interesting for us. But it did come back to haunt them.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi takes out Captain Wessels, and no one's really been able to stop Steve Buscemi here, as he's just running people over on this blitz, quite literally, as he takes out Speed Free. Diva Bomb committed as well. Huge
Big
2K by
Diva Bomb.
Handyfab. And if they don't stop the bleeding here, this is all she wrote.
Yeah, they gotta go stall picks now, basically.
Yeah, they don't have time to do anything else.
Him and Lucio Tracer. They get the point in time.
But neither team really has an ultimate other than Talio, so let's see if Talio can be the hero here with this Genji up. But I don't think they're even going to be able to touch point. Oh no, there he is. Let's see how he handles it. Oh, unable to
Taken out
pick up anything.
immediately.
And that is a 4-0 victory for Harmony in Chaos. Fighting Potatoes unable to even stop them on that 3rd point push. And that is all she wrote. As we look, Maxix having a hell of a game, just untouched. But I mean, anyone could really have a hell of a game. No one was pressuring him for the majority of this.
And he was left untouched on high ground most of the game. That really hurt the Potatoes.
Yeah, that's something you just can't let it happen. And I didn't get to see as much of Skate Monkey as I would have liked to. I think that Steve Buscemi just kind of stole the show with his monkey performance, and the support line just was unable to keep up with all that healing. So unable to see what I wanted to, but oh well. It is a 4-0 victory for Harmony in Chaos. So my name is Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Black Ninja, I'll let you take it from here.
Hi, my name is Black Ninja. Thank you for watching this match. Harmony of Chaos versus Fighting Potatoes.